Hey people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, let's see what's going on here in The Guardian. The UK house prices have hit the highest annual growth since 2022. So, Nationwide says yearly rise in house prices has increased by 3.2% in September, putting the average home at £266,094. Let's see what's going on in the UK economy in terms of housing prices. So, house prices are growing at the fastest annual rate for the last couple of years as borrowing costs continue to fall on expectations that the Bank of England will keep cutting interest rates. Nationwide has said. The Building Society said prices grew by 3.2% in September, so last month, compared with the same month last year, well above the 2.4% annual growth recorded in August and the fastest pace since the 4.4% recorded in November 2022. Now, the average house price across the UK was £2,666.94 in September, 0.7% month-on-month increase on August and only 2% below the all-time high prices recorded in the summer of 2022. Robert Gardner, Nationwide's chief economist, said income growth has continued to outstrip house price growth in recent months whilst borrowing costs have edged lower amid expectations that the Bank of England will continue to lower interest rates in the coming quarters. Now, we'll have to wait and see actually what does happen there, but he also said these trends have helped to improve affordability for prospective buyers and underpinned a modest increase in activity and house prices, though both remain subdued by historic standards. So, separate figures from the bank showed a rise in monthly mortgage approvals, so more mortgages getting approved right now, to 64,900 in August from 62,500 in July, reflecting an uptick in housing market activity as borrowing costs fall and real wage growth remains resilient. Net mortgage lending rose to £2.9 billion, up about £100 million compared with the previous month. Borrowing and consumer credit increased from £1.2 billion to £1.3 billion in development that economists said reflected strength in household finances. Now, it remains consistent with overview that consumer spending growth will strengthen over the coming quarters, said Ashley Webb, UK economist at the consultancy Capital Economics. Now, the ONS, Office for National Statistics, said household saving ratio, a measure of the proportion of disposable income that is not spent on consumption, rose to 10% in the second quarter, so more people are looking to save, up from 8.9% in the first 3 months of the year. However, it warned that the UK economy grew by less than a previous estimate between April and June. So gross domestic product, GDP, increased by 0.5%, down from an initial estimate of 0.1%, so 0.6%. After an output in manufacturing, construction fell more than first thought. Mortgage lenders have been dropping their rates on new product deals in recent months on the prospect of further cuts to their cost of borrowing after the Bank of England reduced its base rate from 5.25% to 5% in August, its first cut since the last 4 years, March 2020. Despite holding rates unchanged at its most recent policy meeting early this month, the bank signaled borrowing costs were now gradually on the path down from the highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. So lenders like Nationwide, HSBC, and Halifax are now offering 5-year fixed rates at below 4% for buyers for the first time since the start of the year. Banks have also started lending more to borrowers in the last month, with Nationwide announcing last week it would start to offer first-time buyers loans at 6 times their annual household income. Lloyds and Halifax have recently upped their borrowing limits to 5.5 times household income. The Nationwide figures, which also recorded performance over the third quarter of the year, showed that the increase in house prices in the north of England over that period outpaces that in the south. Average house prices in the 3 months to September 2024 grew by 3.1% in the north year-on-year, compared with 1.3% in the south. Northern Ireland recorded the biggest increase across the period, with an 8.6% growth in house prices, while Scotland experienced a 4.3% increase. Wales recorded a 2.5% rise. Terrace houses continue to show the biggest annual increase in prices, with the average cost up by 3.5% in September, and the average price for a flat increased by 2.7%. So, if you're looking to sell your house, it's probably good news. So, UK house prices going up. Obviously, if you're looking to buy, then it might not be so much. But you see, the housing sector and the markets right now in the UK are all over the place, and people are trying to get onto that ladder, but it's quite difficult. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.